What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome to the NOS Dome, hometown stadium for our beloved Cleveland Browns. It is week number 14 of our 2024 sim season. Our Browns are absolutely rolling at 11-1, as you can see them coming out of the tunnel here at the NOS Dome. Beautiful stadium that Kit and I built with our bare hands, thanks to the loyal subscribership of Nagy on Sports. But we're excited to bring this one to you. Joe Burrow and company, they are reeling at 5-7. Had the midweek messages about turmoil in the locker room and division amongst the front office. So things not going well for the Bengals here, at least in the simulated 2024. But excited to bring this one to you. Kit, how are we doing today?
I'm doing well and excited to have a chance to be back on the mic here after yet another. This was a smaller hiatus, but kind of in the doldrums of the house selling process here. Got a little bit of chance and time. Kind of squatting in your own house is an odd sensation, but here we are. A little bit of time to be on the mic and get a chance to be here with all of you.
Absolutely. Welcome in. Hey, Jason, man, it's been a minute. Welcome in, Big Dog. Welcome in, Karen. Go Browns. Good to have y'all on with us. Also want to thank everybody for the lovely birthday wishes. So I turned the big number 4-2 just a couple of days ago, and the first play of the game says, "Happy birthday, Phil," with a Myles Garrett sack back to the 12.
Happy birthday indeed. Myles Garrett getting it going right out the gate. I mean, he's pretty much unblocked out there. I mean, he's unblockable as it is, but my goodness, he just beelined to Joe Burrow there.
Almost picked up the safety there. That's Mike Hall Jr., the rookie out of Ohio State, who's been crazy good for us in the middle. Welcome in, Fellegren. Welcome in, Earl. Thanks, Jason. It's been a minute, man. Yeah, long time no talk. Good to hear from you. Quick little dump right side to Chase, and right there is JOK, and they will go 0 yards. In fact, netting -8 to start that drive. Again, just a couple of roster reminders. Bengals and our sim, at least, did not tag T. Higgins. He went on to Arizona, so Curtis Samuel and the rookie Keon Coleman out of Florida State are the other two receiving options, along with Jamar Chase, and then they have a rookie tight end, Jatavian Sanders, as well. That's about the significance of their roster updates. So here we go. First drive of the game for the Browns. You can see Deshaun Watson there, just a few yards shy of 4,000 already for the year, which is second only to Pat Mahomes. His touchdowns have him about 5th in the league right now. First play of the game, he's under center. Turn around, Nick Chubb, left side, trying to get the corner, and he can't. Flying up there was the safety, Dax Hill, second-year player out of the University of Michigan. Watson now in a shotgun. He'll be back to pass. Good protection. He'll step up and throw to Cooper, streaking across the middle, and he'll pick up most of it. 3rd and 2 coming up as DJ Turner chases him across the formation. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. Shotgun snap, blitz coming, spinning, throwing, into traffic and holds on. Mike Evans, what a catch on a 3rd and 2. Watson had to bail with that double A-gap blitz and delivers a strike on the run. Look at that throw.
That's a beauty right there. Mike Evans just presenting the big target, giving Deshaun Watson an opportunity to get it downfield, kind of in that gap in the zone, sitting underneath it. Really worked out nicely. Good eyes from Deshaun Watson getting it downfield just in time.
Absolutely. Hey, Apply, welcome in. Go Browns. Of course, we already... David Njoku frozen in carbonite at the end of that one. Haven't seen that one in a while.
It's been a minute. Yeah, I'd forgotten it did that.
We've already realized that our love affair with Mike Evans will have come to an end even before it started, as he does go ahead and re-sign a massive deal with Tampa Bay to stay there. He says he wants to finish his career there. So of course it's all a pipe dream, but
yes,
we still have him right now.
Yes, it is, and also saying very nice things about our number 6 out there, Baker Mayfield, saying he views him as an elite quarterback. Saw that earlier today. So certainly the connection there was very strong between those two, and will continue.
Yeah, so in general, the virtual offseason that I did, we're not going to touch it as Chubb is into the end zone. I think that's number 16 on the season for him. He has been elite inside the 5. Doesn't have a ton of yards, but he's got a boatload of scores. And the Browns capitalize on their first drive of the game. Anyway, hey, Kevin, welcome in. Go Browns. What I was going to say is the virtual offseason that we did and that you guys helped me answer some questions about is we keep it all the way through this sim season. So we're not going through as moves get made and re-signing guys or recutting guys or whatever. It would just take way, way too much time. So we'll roll this season out. Like I said, we've done it before. We fell in love with George Pickens. We fell in love with Garrett Wilson. We're falling in love with Mike Evans. But so we'll let this season play out as is, and then we'll go back after the draft and everything and run it back with the quote real rosters. So yes, that's why you will not see live time switching.
Yep, these are kind of our, almost as if we had our little a fantasy league in pnagsports based somewhat in reality and more so on just, what we thought maybe could happen or some fun things that we wanted to take a look at and see as we put on the old GM hat here at pnagsports and tried our own hand at it. But, of course, many things that definitely do not come to fruition, as we've already seen. We have had some, though, that worked out where we had some guys already lined up that we fell in love with, and, in fact, the Browns ended up with those players.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Burrow left side, got an open man. And that's the rookie Jatavian Sanders out of Texas. The pretty much unanimous number 2 tight end on the board after Brock Bowers from Georgia. Earl, yeah, I mean, basically all that it means is they saved a bunch of cap by restructuring him, but they're just not going to move him. So we moved him in our offseason, but we obviously don't have the ability to eliminate cap space by giving signing bonuses. So yeah, I wonder if it's more of like a 1-year prove-it deal for him, but so he'll be on the roster for his $15 million or whatever, but he's only going to be about $4 million against the cap for that. So that's the story there. So yeah, they're I think somebody described it well. I was looking at one of the Browns beat writers, and they were saying Obo's going to get a big sack back to the 39. That the gap between what the fans think of Jed Wills and the Browns think of Jed Wills is pretty large. So, I mean, I guess we trust them for now.
Yep.
Hey, Tony, welcome in. Wendell, I mean, you're going to be able to get Russell Wilson for basically the vet minimum because of how much money the Broncos are still paying him. So I've heard a couple people say that Pittsburgh makes the most sense as the Burrow-Sanders connection gets into the end zone for a touchdown, Bengals. But a lot of people saying that the Steelers won't do that they're not that kind of organization because it would mean admitting failure with Kenny Pickett, basically, and that they're too prideful and kind of old school to do that they're going to let Kenny Pickett have every opportunity to do that. So for better or for worse, I'm not sure that it ends up being, because they're saying the same thing about Justin Fields. Now, obviously, I think Wilson and Fields are two different instances just on the age of the players. But I would be surprised if it's somebody other than Kenny Pickett, I think, just because of the quote, Steeler way. Kit, you have any thoughts on Steeler quarterbacks for next year?
Yeah, that really seems out of character, like you're saying. I think that does kind of feel out of character for them to give up on guys. I mean, they do have, they've done a number of things that have, especially recently in years, they've done a number of things that have been really not much along the lines of what you're talking about, that have been in character for having quarterbacks stick around for long periods of time and being that's their guy. They haven't had to rely on the quarterback revolving door, and I think they're afraid, having seen what the Browns went through, they don't want to go through that in their own right, so they'd rather have the stability. But if if they can't develop their guy, that could also have negative impact. And we'll see what they choose to do. If they choose a change of philosophy, sure, they could do some of that, but I think it seems unlikely, at least from what we know of the Steelers.
Well, and remember, their new offensive coordinator is Arthur Smith, former offensive coordinator at Tennessee and then head coach at Atlanta. So it's like he's not the most creative, spread it out 5 wide, sling it. I mean, you know what I mean? They're more likely have a chance of just pounding the ball 30 times with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. So really interesting moves happening up there for sure.
Well, and Russell, I don't know that Russell Wilson fits them. He doesn't seem like he's somebody that would fit into their scheme or who they want to be on offense. Doesn't seem like a good fit to me. Realistically, if they go with Russell Wilson, fine. I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with Russell Wilson being in the AFC North.
No, he scares me less than if they actually gave Fields
absolutely
a real opportunity.
Yeah, Fields would be the one I don't want to see.
All right, 2nd and 2. Browns having another nice drive here. A couple of first downs achieved, and a big one there to Elijah Moore just a play ago. Here's Chubb up the middle, and again, not getting a ton of yards this season, but he's getting a boatload of touchdowns. Many have asked, we are using a modified Bills playbook, so it's basically the Buffalo Bills playbook with the majority of the screen passes taken out, to see how much of a Ken Dorsey influence this could have as a blitzing nickel. DJ Turner going to get a hold of Deshaun Watson. Hey, Darnell, welcome in. Go Browns. So that's the playbook we've been using, and again, it's hard to argue with 11-1 with the one loss coming to the Bo Nix-led rookie Denver Broncos in week number 4. They are now 11-1 on the season. Buffalo Bills 12-0 right now. Third best team in the league would be the 10-2 J.J. McCarthy-led Seattle Seahawks, if you believe that is another sack as Wyatt Teller just got murdered by Myles Murphy. And 3 sacks on this drive for the Bengals will thwart the Browns. They are in field goal range, and Hopkins in to attempt it. Hopkins, perfect on the year, except for one missed 58-yarder a couple of weeks ago, as long of 59. This one's true from 58 here at the Nagy Sports Dome. Beautiful-looking dome stadium here in Cleveland. Not going to tell you if it's downtown or if it's in Brook Park. That argument is for another day. Special teams tackle. That's Charlie Jones, the kick returner. Easy there, Wendell. Let's not go saying crazy things now. 31 seconds on this first quarter clock. Burrow trailing 7-10. He'll fire quickly over the middle. Caught, but then dropped. Delpit just dislodged the football from Jamar Chase. Kind of an aggressive dislodging as that thing flew about 8 yards up the field.
Yeah, it did. Almost an opportunity for a takeaway, but nobody there to take advantage of it.
Burrow quickly shuffling and throwing late and breaking up again. Greg Newsome, of course, recently here the last week or so, starting to pick up some more of these rumors that if they're not going to pick up his 5th-year option, that the time to trade him is now, and that what sort of receipt they might get for him. And the rookie again, Mike Hall Jr., feasting on the screen sacks, and the first quarter is going to end with his second most sacks in the NFL, only to Myles Garrett here this season as a rookie. He's been crazy good for us. Those 2 buildings in the background of the Nostome, much discussed. Are those downtown skyscrapers? Are those multimodal, like living on top, retail on bottom, development buildings that are outside the Brook Park facility? Somebody said they wouldn't have skyscrapers next to the airport, but you never know which side that the landing strips are on. So there's much conspiracy about where the Nostome is physically located.
I would be all for right there by John Hopkins. That would be pretty awesome. Just saying.
No, yeah, Kit and I are very much built it in Brook Park because it it's easier for us to get in and out.
Heck yeah.
But we don't have a vested interest. We don't have a vested interest in the local economy of downtown Cleveland, which
that's true.
Could potentially fizzle away with the removal of the team, which of course is the big argument.
Right.
Another first down here for the Browns. Play action to Antonio Gibson, another one of our free agent pickups. Dump it to the right side to Mike Gesicki, another one of our free agent pickups. But he gets 0 yards, so he has 1 catch for 0 yards to start the game. Little pistol look here. This is one of the formations that came over from the Bills playbook. Back to pass, Watson. He'll zip it into traffic, and Mike Evans again. Sort of looked like he and Moore were running very similar patterns, but squeezing it in there. And Sean Watson now 11 for 11 to start this game. Now here comes Chubb, left side with good blocking to the 10. Spin move around a tackler to the 7. Beautiful run on some nice blocking and a first and goal for the Browns. Three tight ends into the game. Actually pretty decent balance. 11 passes, 9 runs, which is way better than they've been. A lot. Very pass heavy, of course, is DeJuan Jones, the guilty party. We moved him to left tackle after trading Jed Wills to the Cowboys for the receiver who became Adonai Mitchell in the draft. Now Chubb, a little cut in the backfield because there was a hard charging Jermaine Pratt. He'll pick up about 1 on that play. They did, Felgren. They did let him run it again. Back to pass. Watson pump fake. Good protection over the middle. Got the Chief to the 5. Now 3rd and goal from the 5. Watson remains perfect at 12 for 12 to start the game.
Yeah, nice little timing route there.
Dramatic
just getting it out.
Angle.
Just getting it out before the linebacker could get to him.
Left side, back of the end zone. Picked off. Tried to go a deep shot in the very back of the end zone. Mike Evans is already falling to the ground, and Hilton jumping the route, and a brutal red zone turnover for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and Hilton's been doing
Evans
that for
was not
years.
open.
No, he was not, and really needed a little more touch, a little loft on the pass if he was going to get it up over. Hilton did not. Hilton has been doing that kind of stuff for years, just settles underneath it nicely and takes it away. Bad throw from Watson.
Bad throw indeed.
Oh!
Is that real? Oh, sorry, I was looking down at my phone, and we have a touchdown, the rookie Keon Coleman.
Oh, no.
All the way down. George sitting here breaking news on the channel. I'm trying to look at his tweet, and Keon Coleman just goes right on down the middle of the field. Delpit totally beaten. And a 80-yard touchdown pass from Burrow to the rookie Keon Coleman, while we're finding out that the Browns just traded for Jerry Jeudy for a 5th and a 6th rounder. Come on, let's go.
This is crazy. That's awesome. I've been calling
crazy
for Jeudy for all last year. With somebody I was very excited to get into the Browns organization. I thought would be a dynamic weapon, and for only a 5th and 6th rounder, that's an incredible value. Andrew Berry does it again.
Yes.
He is a master.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, there you go. I don't think he's quite as good as Mike Evans, at least not in Madden land, but definitely an upgrade. So now you're going to roll with Jeudy and Cooper and Moore. Well, George, that's why I wasn't calling it. Kit's like, why isn't Phil saying anything? So I was sitting here looking at my phone because I realized you put the copy of the tweet into the Discord chat, and then I looked up and he's on the 10-yard line and going into the end zone as Watson scrambles for a nice first down. Everything is happening all at once.
It is happening all at once. I will say he was wide open. He had gotten himself open deep in the coverage, and a beautiful throw to just dot him up from Joe Burrow. So very impressive from the Bengals.
And one play after Watson's interception too, so the Bengals making him pay. Because again, that was not the best choice for Watson to try to squeeze that one into Evans in the back of the end zone. But that's exciting. Dang. Jerry Jeudy. Okay, let's go. 2 Alabama receivers now, Coop and Jeudy.
That's awesome. Excited to see that happen. And of course, we'll bring that to you here on the channel. Very excited to get into the next season just to see what it looks like with some Cooper and some Jeudy.
Yep.
But that action that we had hoped to see last year, we're going to get to see this year.
Absolutely, yep. But the draft is literally next month already at this point. So
that's right.
As soon as the draft, wide open, Moore to the 5, and he'll be down at the 4. What a throw on the run by Watson. Elijah Moore wide open to the 4-yard line. The Browns right back into the gold zone here.
Yeah, masterclass indeed. With that core, you got Moore, Judy, and Cooper. That's a sick receiving core right there. Very excited to see how that plays together. I think it's a very dynamic set of receivers.
Power formation here. Chubb up the middle into the end zone again. It's just been so much of this season is Watson into the 5, and then Chubb takes it from there. Another touchdown. Look how much bigger DeJuan Jones is than every other character in the game.
Well,
touchdown for the Browns.
He is a
nice
massive
response to that.
I was just going to say he is a massive human being, to be sure, DeJuan Jones. I mean, he makes everybody look small, but certainly an impressive run there from Nick Chubb, getting himself into the end zone yet again. He's been very good at that this season, especially from short distance down to go or goal to go.
Yes, he has. 17-14 now. Points coming fast and furious, along with the real news again. Breaking it on the channel, Andrew Berry working his magic again. A 5th and a 6th rounder to Denver for Jerry Jeudy. The Browns will have a new receiver, and again, you will see him here on the channel before anybody else will here in just a couple of months when the draft comes to an end. Again, we're already in week number 14, so this sim season will be wrapped up here even before the draft begins, which is always the plan. So, blitz coming, Mike Hall again! Let's go! He's going to share half with Zadarius Smith. Michael Hall is another player that we're all falling in love with now, as he has been a monster in the middle, like DeMarvin Leal, which probably means he's going to get drafted by the Steelers instead of the Browns.
That's right. Well, we always do. We talked a little bit about this already on the channel here today, but there are players that we're going to fall in love with, like Mike Evans is a great example that we definitely are not going to have Mike Evans, but now we're going to have Jerry Jeudy, so an opportunity as a big safety. As I was talking here, Zadarius Smith able to get back there for yet another sack, this time for a safety. But an opportunity to look at these players in our little fantasy. We put on the GM hats, look, and of course we always do this where we fall in love with some of these players, and then some of them don't end up being Browns. Yeah. Here we are with some of that, but at the same time, more than a consolation prize, I'd say getting Jerry Jeudy into that core is going to be pretty awesome.
I don't know, George, if you're still on, did they say what are they this year's 5th and 6th, or are they spread out? Because I think we had 7 picks this season.
Yeah, even if it's this season, I don't know that that's much of an impact, honestly. Or this draft.
Chubb to the left side, he's getting going. I didn't see the years. Well, we still have our 2nd and our 3rd.
Yep.
I think they just had 1 in every round at this point, right? I think they just had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Watson gonna throw another interception.
Yep.
Somehow Jermaine Pratt able to squeeze it with the left hand as he was trying to go to Nick Chubb.
Yeah, he had leverage.
2 first-half turnovers. Brutal for Watson.
Look at this. Pratt has leverage on the inside, tries to fit it in too narrow of a window, and then trying to get it to Chubb. Chubb just not able to come up with the ball as the ball is a little too far to the outside, and misses the window, unfortunately, and another interception with Pratt coming up from that hook zone to take that one away.
Yep. So again, right now, that has been the biggest problem, and another sack for Zadarius Smith. Feasting here today on the rookie right tackle, Lamia from Utah. And he's got 2.5 of his own here. Still in the first half, by the way. Browns leading 19-14 despite 2 Deshaun Watson turnovers. A successful screen pass. Mixon with some blocking. A little juke move and then shoved out of bounds by Simmons at the 36 to set up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, not just successful, actually very successful considering how poorly those are operated in Madden often. Nice little play from Mixon to make that work.
Let's go. Miles shuts it down. Another third down sack. He has been so impactful with the third down sacks this season. Continuing to punish, this time again, the right tackle, the rookie Lamia. I won't try to pronounce his first name, Satua or something like that. Satua Lamia, right tackle out of Utah. Another draft pick and another punt upcoming. So this time the Watson turnover will not hurt the Browns, and they will get the football back here. It's about 5.5 to go in the first half. Everybody, appreciate you being on. It's Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Thank you again so much to all of our subscribers. We're up about 10 new subscribers in the last couple weeks, so we appreciate that. Also, again, appreciate, as yesterday was the funeral service for one of our followers, Blake. If you missed the memo from the last sim that we had, one of our subscribers, a young man who goes to my wife's school, lost his life last weekend in a tragic accident. And so we had a kind of a moment of silence, and a lot of people offering thoughts and prayers, which we very much appreciate. And I was able to pass those on to the family via my wife. So we appreciate that. And yeah, life is crazy sometimes. So we appreciate you being on with us. Is the short version, and we got something special here at Nagy Nation, and we appreciate you guys all being on with us again here today. Oh, George, thanks, man. You don't have to do that. Hendrickson stopping the 1-yard play this time of Coop. Double tight ends to the left side. 4 minutes to play. Stretch it to Ford. He's got the corner. First down and more for Jerome Ford, as he's had a couple of nice runs as well. 3 for 25 to be exact. And I don't know what changed, but there's been much better balance with the run and the pass so far in this sim. It's been very pass heavy the last couple of weeks. Pistol look again, quickly thrown over the middle, got his man, Mike Evans. He still hasn't thrown an incompletion, it's just been 2 of them to the other team, so he's technically completed 20 passes, but 2 of them have gone to Bengals.
That's right.
As he's now 18 for 20. Watson, left side, knocked away by Logan Wilson. Jaceki was the intended target. Look at that. It looks like they have luxury suites all the way around B-Deck here at the Nostone. Gosh, what a nice looking stadium.
Well, yeah, we need to build this. Take it upon ourselves.
Watson over the middle to Cooper. Cooper takes a shot at the 3 and holds on to the football. First down again inside the 5 for the Browns. No turnovers here, please, Deshaun. Double tight end and a fullback. It's Ford. They go Chubb again. He'll try the right, and he's ripped down from behind. Like a horse collar there from Jay Tufeli. Yeah, 2-minute warning time here in Cleveland.
Yeah, George, we very much do appreciate that, and we love bringing the content. It's been a lot of fun for us to do this and have all of you join us for it. And just as long as you guys love it as much as we do, then we'll continue to do it.
And Mike Evans gets his touchdown that he missed the last time. And the Browns continue to add to their lead. Mike Evans. We can't have him, but he's so fun for right now. Both he and Coop well over 1,000 yards. Again, this is the 14th game the Browns have played. 13th game the Browns have played. As they are 11-1 coming into this and now ready to take a 26-14 lead. Again, that safety making the score look wonky here. 3:44 to do it as well. Special teams tackle by Delpit and the rookie Edgerrin Cooper, rookie linebacker out of Texas A&M. Someone that we drafted and thought was maybe going to be the starter, but then Isaiah Simmons was there at free agency, and I couldn't pass up his 93 speed rating to play there next to JOK, and they've been a really solid duo in that base nickel. Pressure coming now. They're setting up another screen, and Dalvin Tomlinson gets his. I feel bad because we've been on the receiving end of that so many times with the screen sack, but this time Dalvin Tomlinson gets in there, and that makes the dogs bark even louder here in the Nostone. 2nd and 21 with 1:17, and Miles! A first half hat trick for him, and then the Browns will call timeout with 3rd and 29 coming up. Stretch it right side to Mixon, and it'll be thrown to the ground. Delpit closing, and the Browns will call timeout again. They're going to get the football back with about 1 minute and 5 seconds left here from his end zone. Robbins, the second-year punter. Anaya Smith juking right side, and he'll go down in Cincinnati territory.
Wendell, are you trying to say that Keebler's going to buy up the rights to the stadium once they build the dome? Is that what you're trying to say? The Keebler Dome?
I mean, I do love me some Keebler. All right, 1:02 on the clock here. Browns will look to appear to be aggressive. Throw it in the slot. First down and more. Elijah Moore inside the 30 to the 26. That was a quick strike, and they go hurry up.
That was beautiful opportunity here with 35 seconds left in half.
5 for $113 for Elijah Moore in the first half. Quick throw right side on the sideline. Dangerous fight for the football as DJ Turner was over there with Cedric Tillman. Lucky to get that football back now, 2nd and 10.
Well, to be fair, that would be a pretty...
Yeah, those elf...
I was going to say that would be a pretty sweet name. Keebler Dome, I'm all for it.
Yes. And yes, George, I agree that the elves are crazy good.
Yep.
5 seconds. What are we doing? Should have called the timeout earlier, and now we're just going to settle for 3.
Yep.
As Stefanski's virtual clock management via Madden continues to stink. So we're going to get a 29-14 first half score line, which is crazy to think about. So there you go, 29-14. The Browns lead here. Week number 14. Appreciate everybody being on here. Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy on sports. Also make sure to hit the like button. It helps to continue to grow our audience. Again, we're up about 10 subscribers over the last couple of weeks. So we're grateful for that and for all y'all being on with us. The next milestone is 1,100. We're about 12 away. So let's get 1,100. If you haven't subscribed yet, or if you got yourself a new Gmail account and haven't subscribed from that one, it's okay to double subscribe. 29-14, and they're going to have to kick it away. Evan McPherson, one of the only 2 kickers in the Superstar Kicker Club, along with Justin Tucker, of course. The rookie Anaya Smith, who has 1 kick return for a touchdown already in our sim season, gets it up to the 21-yard line. So Deshaun has been a very interesting first half. He's literally perfect, except 2 of his passes have been to the Bengals. One of them led directly to a touchdown 1 play later. Otherwise, he's been elite. I guess he's got 2 incompletions.
I was going to say, we did see 1 incompletion there briefly, right after you talked about it. In fact, he threw one to the sideline that got knocked out of the receiver's hands.
I for sure jinxed it. Chubb, nice little skinny move through the hole up to the 40-yard line. And he's finally looking a little bit more like Nick Chubb now, especially in the zone, as he's up over 80 yards on just 14 touches. We've just had entire games where we can't get him 14 touches.
That's right.
Watson again. Left side. Picked a 3rd time. Ugh. Mike Hilton with his 2nd. Just a quick slant to Evans and just bad accuracy there from Deshaun Watson.
Yep, not a good throw. Again, Mike Hilton has leverage here. He has an opportunity to take it away on the inside. Look at his positioning right behind Evans, able to force his hands in front. Really nicely done there from Hilton. He's a master at that stuff, and just trying to fit it into too tight of a window, and a little off accuracy is going to be devastating, and it is, giving the Bengals great opportunity here to try to get back into this game with good field position.
Hey, Don, welcome in. Yeah, we've just been chatting about it. George broke it on the channel while we were live just a few minutes ago. Everybody seems to be pretty excited about it. Double tight ends to the right side, including Austin Hooper, the former Brown, who's going to be the recipient of this catch, and he'll go down behind the line. Good tackle by Delpit. Right up there at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11. Let's see if the Browns defense can bail out Deshaun yet again. Hey, Mitchell, welcome in. No worries. Go Browns.
Welcome. And Don, no, I have not sold the house yet. The offer that I had out there that I had a counter for, they were going to write a counter, then decided to go with new construction instead. So we're kind of reset to ground zero here, but got an open house coming up later today yet, and as well as one tomorrow, and hoping to see some traction and ideally be under contract by midweek.
9-yard pickup from Burrow. Just 10 completions for Burrow so far in the game. That's the 3rd one to the rookie tight end, Jatavian Sanders, Texas Longhorn product. Burrow climbs under center. And now he's in trouble. Miles coming and will chase him, but he's an open receiver, Hooper, just standing there on the sideline, wide open, and Burrow's able to put it on him for a gain of 10. And a 1st and goal now, a very long goal, but a 1st and goal for the Bengals.
Yeah, left the former Browns tight end all alone.
Yep. And now there's the rookie Keon Coleman again, or excuse me, not the rookie, it's Curtis Samuel, who's the free agent wide receiver that they ended up with again. T. Higgins moving on in our sim offseason, so Curtis Samuel replacing, mixing up the middle, and the Browns are up to task. Now 3rd and goal from the 1 coming up. Mixon just 3 carries for 4 yards in this game. Dogs are barking loudly now. We still can't figure out which end of the stadium is the dog pound. Pressure coming, ball's out, I think!
Yes.
He ripped it right out of his hands! Wow. JOK! First down, Browns!
Yeah, he was
Not just a sack, he just ripped it right out of his hands.
Yeah, he just had great position on it.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, Burrow brings it down, and JOK just rips the ball right out as he's going to the ground, able to take it away. What a play from the former Fighting Irish Notre Dame JOK.
That's right. Your new favorite team, right?
That's right.
Got an extra. Yeah, now you can get a JOK jersey and feel very good about it.
That's right.
I'll take your Denzel Ward stuff, though.
Yeah. He's still a Brown. He's still a Brown.
And now they're going to get it right back. Sacked back to the 3. 4th sack of the day for the Bengals. I don't think I've ever seen that. He just ripped the ball right out of his hands.
I've always seen
wild.
it, not in Madden. I've seen it in real football.
Sure, in real life, yeah.
But in Madden, no, I haven't seen that before. That was actually really impressive, just able to... Burrow didn't really have a good grip on it, had it on his outside hand as he brought it down, and then JOK just in a position where he's able to take the ball away, just because it was a scrum for the ball as they were going down. Nobody's knee was down at that point, and they hadn't blown the whistle. So it turned into an excellent turnover and taking points off the board for the Bengals.
That was nice. And again, the Watson turnover that was a yard away from a touchdown, at the very least, resets the field back for the Bengals to their own 47. Yeah, that was great. I feel like that might be the first time I've seen that in Madden. Here, play action. Burrow, he'll roll now to the right. Now he'll keep it, take off himself, and slide before getting crushed by Delpit. Nice business decision there for Burrow, who's swiftly approaching the... If he could only stay healthy, he'd be one of the best in the league, but he's just having a hard time staying healthy, and the blitz up the middle from Simmons isn't going to help. 3rd and 14. That injury-prone moniker quickly getting added to his name.
Yeah,
to pass now, Burrow. They're setting up screen, which is never good. Mike Hall again. 2.5 more sacks today. 11 on the day for the Demolition Dogs. Oh, my.
Oh, my, indeed. This defense came to play. Especially that D-line was just had their way up front. They have found all kinds of pressure getting making Joe Burrow's life miserable here. Now, it doesn't help that the Bengals have been calling screens, which is never a good idea in Madden.
Correct.
Especially on 3rd down, and here we are again with a 4th and 26 thanks to the big screen sack.
Indeed, indeed. They have, Wendell. They have, especially here at home in the Nostome. They love playing in the Nostome. Turnaround Chubb up the middle. Makes something out of nothing there. Not a lot, but he's able to squeeze for 5. And I think he doesn't... I'm not sure he has a single 100-yard rushing performance on the season. knocking on the door here with still 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. He'll get another carry left side. In fact, this will get him his 100 yards. 104 now on the game for Nick Chubb. Good things happen when you get Nick Chubb involved. I'm not sure, Don. And again, there's some slight inflation due to the fact that Madden sucks at the screen pass thing.
Right.
So I would say probably, 4 or 5 of them at least are on that screen pass situation. As a quick throw to the Chief on the left side.
Also,
24 completions for Watson.
Keep in mind, too, that the further away we get from the season and the closer we get to the new version of Madden, the more the old version seems to be less supported and gets broken along the way. So a little bit of probably some inflation of stats for some things that are a bit unrealistic as the game is drifting a bit. And we as we head into the new season of Madden coming out in August, because that's what their focus is, of course, because they got to put out a new one every year, and so they're focused on the new game, and that's when we get that new game. That'll be probably the best it's going to be until we get through the season, and then after the season, we'll be back into this again where it starts to drift, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Great play there by Cooper, by the way, on a 3rd and 6. Getting Skinny down the seam for a nice first down. 4:20 on this clock. Watson again back to pass in a 5-wide situation. Good protection. He'll throw a rope to the left side and a huge first down. Antonio Gibson again brought over to be that receiving back, that third running back to accompany Chubb and Ford. And how about a 30-yard strike over there to Gibson, who makes a great catch.
That was an absolute beauty. What body control there from Gibson, showing off his skills with a little toe drag swag action on the sideline and really showing off his stuff. But a beautiful throw from Watson, putting it in the perfect spot for Gibson to do so.
RPO, broken tackle, Chief into the end zone! Beautiful little RPO to the Chief, and he slipped one tackle and had his eyes on the brown paint. And the Chief is in. Touchdown, Browns.
That looks like all of Njoku's season this last season. Like every play seemed to be just like this. He catches the ball, takes the contact, breaks the tackle, get himself further and often into the end zone. That was a huge play, and it was just like quintessential Njoku from all of the 2023 season.
It sure was. Again, one of the few players whose rating actually went up significantly over the course of the season, as this, again, our sim season started with Madden's last regular season roster update, and he was up to like a 90 via Madden. Joe Flacco was only a 68, but David Njoku was a 90, 89 maybe, but he went up pretty significantly. The rest of the team, even the defense, did not get much love from Madden. We'll see if the overall they're going to get a little bit more love in this season's game. The Jim Schwartz factor. Play action for Burrow. Now he'll roll right. He feels Miles and throws it and go. Almost picked off by Denzel. Chase also would have just ran for a touchdown had he had it.
Yeah, the Warden doesn't often miss opportunities like that one. He might still be running if he had caught that. That was should have been a pick.
Burrow again. Back to pass. No protection, so he's rolling for his life. Firing back to the left, and he has another wide open receiver, but this time is not able to stick it in the zero of Jatavian Sanders, his rookie tight end, out of Texas now. Dogs barking. People feel like the dog pound is on this left side of the stadium. It does feel pretty loud when they're down on that side. Burrow, delayed play action, floated over the middle, and Warden got it again! Denzel with his league-leading 13th interception. First down, Browns at the 25.
Yeah, I think he was a little mad about missing that last one because it was a kind of gimme. So instead, he goes out and gets one that's much harder to get done. Look at him create the pressure on the inside, then able to just snatch it from behind him. There's an incredible play there from Ward. Now, he did sell out. He's lucky he was able to pick that, or that might have been into the end zone because he would have not had the tackle if he doesn't come away with that pick.
Browns with all the momentum now. Watson will roll right, give himself a good throwing lane, and just stick it right on the number 2 for a gain of 5. Ay. Browns defense continuing to be incredible. Chief to the right side, another play action. He might have another touchdown. Instead, he'll go down at the 5, call it the 6. Really nice blocking. These RPOs are looking better and better for the Browns. Like in the real life NFL, what's the NFL season record? I think we looked it up. Wasn't it like 7 or 8?
Yeah, I believe it was 7.
Has that.
I think it was 7.
So yeah, he's going to double that here at this rate. He has just been crazy good. Swing past Chubb to the right side. 2 men to beat, and it won't happen. Dax Hill getting in there quickly. Yeah, we're about 16 and a half minutes away, Don and Big Dog, from this another season sweep of the Bengals and a 12-run record. Crazy thing is we're still not the number 1 seed because Buffalo and the sack here from Trey Hendrickson will force it to be 39-14. These scores are getting crazy. But the Buffalo Bills are 12-0. They are unblemished on this sim season. So even if everything goes according to Hoyle here, the Browns will still not have the first seed. 14 by Night Train Lane. Holy smokes. Dick Night Train Lane. 14. That's a crazy amount of interceptions. Especially in an era where they weren't throwing the ball very much. Burrow, quick throw left side. Got his rookie tight end. 0 tackling 0. And again, I like Greg Newsome a lot, but I'm the kind of person that if you know you're not going to extend him, then you might as well try to get something for him, especially if that can render you a first-round pick.
Well, and he clearly has
like
value.
Second and a fourth or something.
He's a dynamic player that can play on the outside and on the inside. He's proven that capability both on the inside as the nickel, as well as a perimeter corner. He's got the skill set to do both, and he's got value that can get. Besides, you got to look at the fact that they've got MJ Emerson still on his cheap rookie deal. They've paid Ward, so they've got
third round pick. Yeah.
They've got some real talent there, and they can afford to move on from Newsome. If they're not going to be able to afford to pay him, why not get him for the value now while he still holds it?
Jamar Chase goes over the top of Newsome for a nice first down catch. So, yeah, again, I love him and I want him to stay, but you're not going to max him out and then max MJ Emerson out.
Right.
And for better or for worse, there's a much higher pool of, veteran nickel corners who can come in and play really solid nickel corner for you on darn near a rookie or darn near a vet minimum pay scale just because there are so many of them. And again, I think he wants to get paid like a Denzel Ward, like an outside corner, so go send him to a place where he can go earn that and just compensate us appropriately for it. So again, I hate to see it. I'm frankly a little surprised when we asked that question at the beginning of our virtual offseason that you all as a channel wanted to keep Greg Newsome, which we did. And he's been great for us in the slot. I think he's up to an 89 rating. He's got a superstar. He's been crazy good for us. But to me, that feels like maybe the most likely thing that's going to happen. Hey, Sawyers, welcome in. Yes, Jerry Judy, we broke the news live on the channel earlier. Very excited. Appreciate you being on with us. Any connection to you, Kit? Sawyer's Aviation.
Not that I know
Automatically
of.
think you. Think about you. Do you know the pilot named Kit Nagy? Big Dog, did you miss that part? When George popped on, he broke the news. The Browns traded for Jerry Judy, while we were on this sim. That's not fake news. It's the real thing.
That's real deal.
5th and a 6th rounder. Andrew
Very
Berry.
excited about it.
Andrew Berry does it again. Yes way, Big Dog. Sorry, I didn't know you weren't on. No, that's real.
It was funny because
he's freaking out.
Yeah.
Breathe, deep breathe.
Deep breaths. All right, yeah, it was funny because right at the same time it was happening, Phil's not calling the play. There was a breakaway touchdown from the Bengals. I'm going, whoa!
Yes.
Like I'm watching the play and wondering why Phil's not talking about it. And then I realized it's because we've traded for Jerry Jeudy and more important things were going on. But it was kind of a wild moment, kind of an interesting moment. If you go back in the stream, there's an interesting little exchange going on there as you're going to watch a crazy play from the Bengals just get behind the Browns defense for a 75-yard touchdown, which is just ignored.
Yeah, well, I'd seen the notification popped up that George posted a picture of something in the chat, so I went to the Discord to look at it and was looking at it, and then Kit's like, oh, touchdown! I was like, oh gosh, what's happening? And then I was like, oh my gosh, Jerry Jeudy! So yeah, no, it's real. And you'll see him for the Browns here in the next version of our sim season. Burrow back across the middle, somehow into the arms of his team. That was a crazy, dangerous pass. And Curtis Samuel, go Bucks, into the end zone. Another touchdown for that. Now, Wendell, are you just prognosticating, or is this more breaking news that's happening live here?
Well, let me look and see if I can find something on it. These things happen quickly. These things do happen quickly.
They do.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Big dog, I'm shaking and excited.
Oh, we wanted that all last year, Big Dog. We were super excited. I certainly was on board for that particular trade. And what value? A 5th and a 6th? Are you kidding? That's incredible for Jerry Jeudy.
You look at our roster, you're like,
that core.
Smith, 5th round.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, 5th round. Jerry Jeudy, 5th and 6th round.
That core is going to be so good between those three. So excited for that wide receiver core.
Yep. Another year for Tillman to develop. I still think they'll probably draft one too.
Okay, so Wendell is just guessing at this point, so not actually
just guessing, hoping. Okay,
hoping.
That's fine. That's all right. Nothing wrong with I'd like this to happen. Oof. Just a little bit behind Mike Evans, and lucky to get that one back. It was almost the hat trick of picks for Mike Hilton, and it looks like the Browns on 4th and 1 are going to punt this one away.
But Wendell, I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. If Russell Wilson goes to the Steelers, which does feel a little bit out of character for them, I don't think it's very likely that it happens. But if it does, I'm okay with that. Honestly, I think I think you'll find that Russell Wilson is not really a great fit for the Steelers and their offense and who they want to be. I mean, he's not that type of a quarterback. And I don't know that I'd be that worried about it. I'd be much more concerned about Justin Fields than I would be about Russell Wilson coming into the AFC North.
Or Kenny Pickett. 2nd and 7 here, 8:28 on this 4th quarter clock. Guys, I really appreciate you being on with us here this early afternoon, depending on where you're at. Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy. Nagy on sports, and Mike Hall Jr. now has 3.5 today.
Just why not?
He is just a monster. 12 sacks for the Demolition Dogs. Holy smokes.
They're barking here in the NOS Stadium. They're loving that. That Demolition Dogs front line has been nasty, just finding all kinds of pressure and making Joe Burrow miserable back there.
MJ Emerson right on the coverage there. 4th and 5, and Bengals are going to go for it here. Still feeling like they maybe have a shot, down 18 with 7:15 to go. Back to pass. Burrow, pressure, nothing new. Oh, are we going to get a bailout PI down the field? Are you kidding me?
Gross. Hate it.
Oh, that was a terrible call. 29-yard first down. Again, you know how vehemently Kit and I despise the spot foul.
Yep.
It should be 15 yards max, unless it's like tackling a guy in the end zone of a Hail Mary situation.
Exactly.
Ugh. Brutal. Bailed out by the Zebras there. Still a bit of a pulse for the Bengals. .642 and counting again. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports, only place on YouTube, where you can find live simulated sporting events, mostly the Browns and mostly football, with live original commentary. We do a little bit of basketball, touch of baseball, hockey. We did the World Cup for Team USA, but about 98% of it is football. Streaming Madden from a PlayStation 5 here in Columbus, Ohio. With color commentary from Los Angeles, California.
That's right. For now. Soon to be.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Thanks to the beauty of the internet. Soon to be somewhere else. Joe Burrow again. He'll dump it off to Mixon before getting roped to the ground.
That's right, George calling it out for us. As soon as the new game comes out for NCAA, of course,
right.
We'll bring some NCAA action.
There will 1,000% be an Ohio State dynasty here on the channel. But maybe I'll customize some schedules to get a Notre Dame matchup. Donna's got to be coming soon. I'll check the schedule at the end. But yeah, I mean, we've got KC here at the end and a touchdown. Keon Coleman, the rookie, his second of the day.
Yeah. Big day for him.
And
Keon
they're
Coleman.
Not quite dead just.
No, not dead yet.
Yeah, he sure has, but he had. Yep. They're not dead yet.
That's right, exactly. Right out of the Holy Grail. But certainly has been a great day for Coleman. He has found just that little bit of edge on that route, able to get a step and a beautiful ball from Joe Burrow to put it in there for a touchdown. But also he had the earlier breakaway that we were referencing earlier, that he had gotten behind the defenders all by himself, and just absolutely dotted up downfield for that 75-yard touchdown was his earlier one.
And you have to assume that, I mean, again, they re-signed T. Higgins, so it's kind of a moot point, but Keon Coleman is almost, like, statistically wise, like exactly the same body type as T. Higgins. I thought he would have been a really nice piece here for the Bengals, which is why I gave them to them in the draft. So I felt like he was a good T. Higgins replacement. Again, T. Higgins is wide receiver number 1 in Arizona in our sim, and having a pretty good year with Kyler Murray, at least statistically speaking. Again, there's a couple of outliers at the top and a couple at the bottom, but for the most part, everybody has 4, 5, or 6 wins here, or maybe like 5, 6, or 7 wins. The difference between 5 and 7, 6 and 6, and 7 and 5, there's a whole bunch of teams kind of stuck in the middle here of our sim season. Again, we talked about the Bills being 12-0, Browns are 11-1, 10-2 are the Seahawks, and then it just sort of starts the bunch of mediocrity. Browns doing a nice job of trying to chew this clock away, though. Big dog. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like we've already talked about it and processed it on the 2 quarters ago here, because that's when George broke the news.
That's right. Well, I mean, they were in. So just to talk about it a little more, that the Browns were very much invested. I mean, the reporting had come out that they had really wanted to trade for Judy last year. The Broncos were not ready to part with him. They thought they wanted to give Russell Wilson one last shot to really show what he could be there, and clearly we saw how that went for the Broncos, and now Russell Wilson having been released by them, and they're eating a massive cap hit as a result of it. But so they wanted to have the best receiver core, so the dynamic has changed, which is why Andrew Berry was able to get away with, because the interest didn't fade. It was just another pick here, another ugly underneath throw from Watson, not putting enough touch on it. He needed to get just a little more loft. This time Taylor Britt able to take that one away. But it's been one of those things. Andrew Berry's a master at striking when the metal's hot. I mean, he recognized the dynamic shift. You get rid of Wilson, he represses again, and he gets the value he was looking for. Because I'm sure the Broncos would have traded him if the price was right, but it wouldn't have been a good deal for the Browns, and AB knew that.
Yeah, I think last year they were saying like it was going to take a first-round pick, and it's like,
Dale, I knew you were going to be in here to talk about this. I was waiting for that, and yes, we did. I'm sorry, I had wanted Jerry Jeudy this whole time, but But I was just talking about AB. He's got that killer instinct for finding the time to go and make the trade happen at a value for his clubs, which I have been very, very appreciative of, and so sorry for the Broncos fans here, as that seems to be a little bit. I think it's good, somewhat following the fact that you got rid of Wilson, so that's changing the dynamics of how your offense is looking, so that changes what pieces you're going to have, and it's somewhat of a reset.
Yeah, for sure there is. For sure there is. And again, obviously, if they pick up one of these, if they go with a Justin Fields or Kirk Cousins, or if they just try to go to the draft, and Denzel will get it right back, his second pick of the day. And this one should finally now come to a close.
Yeah. Sadly, Dale,
he kind of was for you, Dale.
Yeah, he certainly turned out to be a bad deal, and they're regretting that now. I do believe, as they were willing to take effectively like $85 million over the next 2 years in cap deficit to just to have him play elsewhere.
Yep. Last time out called for the Bengals here. Browns are going to win this one. They're going to go to 12-1 in our sim season. Guys, we really appreciate you joining us. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Again, thank you so much to all of our subscribers. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd very much appreciate that as we continue to push towards our next milestone of 1,100 subscribers. But thank you guys so much for joining us on this one. One more knee. We'll do it here. Now, Kit, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, absolutely. This one certainly was a fun sim. A little bit of late life there for the Bengals after the Browns had really extended themselves early in the game and gotten a nice lead built up. But Bengals not going away quietly. They did have some life in this game, and certainly the turnovers being a big part of that. A lot of turnovers, a lot of sacks in this one. But end the score, you see there, 39-28, the final for favoring the Browns, who move on to, I believe you said it was, are they 11 or 12-1 now? So certainly a very good effort from them, and coming away with a big win here against the Bengals. Somewhat overshadowed by the fact that the Browns now, the real Browns now have traded for Jerry Jeudy, which of course broke here during the sim and was the big news.
Quickly, let's look at some stats. Joe Burrow, 26 of 41, 341. He had 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, again, including the 80-yarder to his rookie, Keon Coleman. Browns really shut him down on the ground today. How about 7 for 14 for Mixon? Chase Brown had 1 for -2. Burrow, 2 scrambles for 11 yards. Jamar Chase, 7 for 74. How about the rookie, Jatavian Sanders, 6 for 103 and a touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 4 for 20 and a touchdown. Joe Mixon, 4 for 25. But how about Keon Coleman, the other rookie, at 6'4", 215. 3 catches, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Austin Hooper, former Brown, 2 for 9. Defensively speaking, 14 tackles for Dax Hill. Luke Wilson with 11-10 for Mike Hilton. 1 sack today for Murphy, Hendrickson, Wilson, Hubbard, and DJ Turner. 2 picks today for Mike Hilton. Pratt had 1, and Cam Taylor-Britt. So 4 picks today for Deshaun Watson. Kind of the only real blip on the radar today, as he was 31 of 39 for 341 as well. 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Chubb today was great. Great to see from him, averaging 5.5 a clip at 21 for $114, 2 touchdowns. Watson 33, Ward 33, Gibson 2 for 13. Coop 9 for 85 today, 8 for 61 and a touchdown for the Chiefs, 6 for 55 and a touchdown for Mike Evans. Elijah Moore 5 for 113. That was all in the first half as well. Gibson had that 30-yarder. Love to see that, though. Zeros all along the drop column for the Browns receivers today. Delpit and Simmons both with 9 tackles. JOK with 7 here today. 3.5 sacks for Michael Hall. 3 more for Miles. 2.5 for Za'Darius. Tomlinson, Obo, Simmons adding some as well. And the 2 picks for Denzel Ward, continuing to pad his league-leading stat number. Guys, appreciate everybody being on. Dale, if you have your choice of rookie quarterbacks, who do you go with? Who's your choice? We'll just assume that unless they decide to trade up to go get Caleb Williams, but assuming Caleb Williams is out, who's your first choice, Dale, of rookie quarterbacks? We've got you with Bo Nix in our sim. In fact, the Broncos-Browns game, if you go back in this playlist, it's the only Browns loss of the season was to your Broncos, with the rookie quarterback Bo Nix
came in and
on that one.
Absolutely torched the Browns.
So, anyway, I was like, wait a minute, we just played the Steelers because I forgot that I'm controlling the Bengals. But here's a quick look at what remains for the Browns, schedule-wise. They finish off with, yep, there it is, 24-31. They lost to the Bengals Broncos in Week 4 in Denver, and since then it's been all Browns in a big way. So we get at Dolphins, at Chiefs, the next two. That's going to be some fun games. Then we get the Giants and finish off at home against the Ravens on Sunday Night Football. The Ravens have been really rough this sim season, so that game will have a little less juice maybe than was originally anticipated. As we mentioned before, the Bills still at 12-0, Seahawks at 10-2, Browns at 12-1, Chargers still at 9-3. The Jim Harbaugh-led Chargers, also Derrick Henry running back for the Chargers there, then the Cowboys and the Chiefs. And again, keep in mind I haven't simulated the rest of week number 14, so we'll do that here right now, and you can see then what the statistics end up being. You would take Nixdale. Okay, well, there you go. Well, you get a good look at him here. Go back to our week 4 sim. You'll see him cook on the Browns a little bit. 6-7, interesting. Dolphins in the middle. Again, some of those teams struggling. But one more time, we'll see. Oh, so the Seahawks did lose. How are the Seahawks still number 2 on the power rankings? Come on. Browns are 12-1. That's ridiculous. J.J. McCarthy, as a rookie, has his team at 10-3. So, guys, really appreciate you being on. This was a lot of fun. Glad Kit was able to join. Good luck with the open house today. Hopefully you get those big money, no whammies out there. Guys, really appreciate this one. Again, Jerry Jeudy to the Browns, breaking during the sim. Look at those league leaders on the right, by the way. 29 for sacks for Miles, 22 for Mike Hall Jr., and 15 for Zadarius Smith. We have a clean sweep. And Denzel Ward now tied with Night Train Lane for the NFL record. There you go over there on the side. But anyway, appreciate you guys. This one was a lot of fun. For Kit out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports again. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. You guys rock. Smack the like button on the way out. We'll see you again for another one tomorrow. Today we'll get out of here the way we always do. As always, go